Sean Parnell of Cranberry lost a close race for Congress last year to Conor Lamb. Former President Trump just endorsed Parnell for the Senate. But fellow candidate Jeff Bartos says the PFAs show Parnell is unelectable. The Bartos campaign released these Butler County Sheriff's reports showing the ex-wife of Sean Parnell filed 2 protection from abuse orders against him in 2017 and 2018. In the 2018 case, the police report says Parnell became loud and disruptive at the Domestic Relations Office, prompting a call to the sheriff. Records show Parnell was forced to relinquish his guns in both cases. In one case, he was ordered to leave their Cranberry home. The Parnell campaign released documents showing his ex-wife withdrew the first PFA and a judge dismissed the second one. Bartos issued a statement saying Sean's actions and attitudes toward women are well documented, vile, and disqualifying. Sean's history is especially disturbing as a husband and as the father of 2 young women. Parnell's statement says in part, Jeff Bartos is a desperate liar, plain and simple. This is gutter-level politics at its worst, and nothing more than the last gasp of a campaign on life support. An attorney for Parnell's ex-wife Lori Snell tells Action News Investigates, my client was relieved that these filings resulted in Mr. Parnell continuing to be excluded from the home where she and her children have resided since 2018. Duquesne political analyst Kristen Kupe says it is unclear which candidate will benefit from the Bartos attack on Parnell.
It's definitely something that some people would feel that they have a right to know, but for other people, it's a personal matter that has no business being in the political arena.
Documents obtained by Action News Investigate show a custody battle between Sean and Lori Parnell spilled into last year's congressional campaign. Lori went to court to block Sean from using their children on social media for his business and his congressional campaign. In an emergency motion filed in August 2018, Lori accused Sean of violating a court order preventing him from posting pictures of their children. She said prior to their separation, Sean believed that exposing the children to social media is a security risk, adding, as father himself feels the need to travel with a professional security guard to his public appearances, his sudden desire to place the children in the public spotlight is clearly motivated by father's desire for attention and social media likes, rather than the best interest of the children. The motion included a copy of a text message from Lori to Sean saying, you are using our children to build your platform image and it is reprehensible. A judge ordered Sean to delete any photos of the children on social media and refrain from posting any other images. A subsequent court order allowed either parent to post pictures of the children, but only if they both signed off. But in court papers, Sean says Lori refused to allow him to post any pictures of their kids. So in October 2019, one day before announcing his congressional campaign, Sean filed a motion seeking a change. The motion says that in order to harness the potential of his customer base, secure new followers, and increase his income from book sales, Parnell needs to be unrestricted in his ability to include reference to the children on his social media platforms. It also says Parnell is working with a brand strategist that has made recommendations to father to share his lifestyle, including his family, on his social media platforms. In March 2020, a judge agreed to allow Sean or Lori to post up to 4 images of their children on social media per month, as long as they notify the other party in advance.
Every candidate, when they decide to run for political office, has to recognize that their life is going to be an open book.
The custody dispute between the Parnells will go to court in November. Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
And earlier today, Sean Parnell's campaign issuing a statement calling on Jeff Bartos to drop out of the race, saying, quote, if Jeff Bartos had a fraction of the integrity as Sean Parnell, he would drop out of the race. He is an unserious man for serious times and has shown he has no business running as a Republican for the United States Senate, end quote.